What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're going to be doing a tier list of every single promo in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM, lads. We're going to be ranking every single one of them, so all of them from the start to the end. And the tiers we are going to be ranking them in are game-changing, great, top-heavy, so cards that have some really good cards and just not great for budget. We have budget-heavy, as in times where it's just really good budget players, and in general not the greatest cards for good players. We've also got bad, which is bad, and then why did 2K think this was a good idea? So yeah, that is pretty much going to be it, lads. So anyway, now let's get on to it. So the first we have is All-Star Moments, lads. All-Star Moments right here. So we had Steph Curry, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, we had Jay-Sean Tate, Precious Chua, Bum, K. Cunningham, Karl-Anthony Towns. I think it's safe to say when it comes to this set right here that the All-Star Moments set is just bad. I can't put in why did 2K think this is a good idea, because obviously it's All-Star Moments. All-Star Moments are going to be a thing, but I also can't say that they weren't awful. Next up we got All-Star. So as far as the All-Star cards go, obviously Magic Johnson wasn't a real All-Star card. We had Jokic, we had a Carmelo Anthony that you guys can't see right here. We had Tom Chambers, LeBron James, Glenn Rice, Zach LaVine, Jokic. LaVine was alright. First Dark Matters. I think the budget options. Buddy Hield was good. LeBron was okay. So for All-Star, I think I'm going to put All-Star in top heavy, because I do think the higher overall cards in All-Star were definitely more meaningful than a lot of the higher overall cards in this game. Next up is Alter Ego, so the Halloween set. Obviously there were mask cards as well. Dolph was the best power forward in the game. Kurolenko was the best small forward in the game when they came out. CP3 was a budget version of his diamond. So was Kyrie. These budget cards were all terrible, by the way. They were all absolutely terrible. But you got three really good cards in Kevin Durant, Dolph, and Kurolenko with a decent Jason Terry. This is another card that's going into the top heavy. And it had some really, if you're a budget player, this was terrible. If you weren't a budget player, this is actually really good for you. So for me, I got to put these into the top heavy section right now. After Alter Ego, we got Beasts. So we got Giannis, Anthony Davis, Ja, LaMelo Ball, Kristaps Porzingis. We got Josh Smith. We have Darius Miles. As far as budget players went, we got ourselves a Taco. Thon Maker was here that you can't really see. Kurolenko, Pink Diamond was there. And I'm honestly going to put this as my first game-changing set. I think that just the day this came out, as well as the fact that this came out the day is the Jason Tatum grind, I think that it's just wrong not to put this in game-changing, because I genuinely believe that as far as sets go, this is by far the best we've seen so far. Next, you got Bracket Busters, where Kareem was really good. And again, you have to take into account the fact that we did get 3 Power Within cards. Or did we get 4 Power Withins? We definitely got Power Within Curry. We got Power Within Kareem. I think we got Power Within Duncan. Did Duncan have a Power Within card? Yeah. And we got Power Within Wade. So we did get that as well. Psycho T, you guys can't see, as well as Hakeem Warwick. Danny Ferry was really good for a mid-level card. As far as budget players went, Hansbrough was insane. Duncan for 20k was alright. These lower overall cards weren't great. Joakim Noah was meh. Considering how expensive Ferry was, and the only budget card we really got was Hansbrough, I think I'm going to put it in top heavy. I don't think I'm going to put it in great. I think I'm going to put it in top heavy. So then we got the Day 1 Colossal set, which was basically ran by Shaquille O'Neal. Darren Williams, 2 really good cards. Julius Erving was everyone's lock at the start of the year, because he was so chick. Everyone was greening every shot with the guy. Ray Allen was a good shooter. Dame was the best offensive point guard in the game, because Dame behind the back was still the Scotty behind the back. LaMelo had Dame behind the back. He was a beast. The only bad, these 4 cards here were insane. I actually think I'm putting Colossal in game-changing. I'm putting Colossal in game-changing, lads. I don't care what anyone says. I'm putting Colossal in game-changing. I think these guys were better than all of the base set cards, and they were 3,000 MT Day 1 cards. Game-changing for Colossal. I know it was Day 1, but still, I think it belongs there. So then we got Iced Out and Cryogenesis. So as far as Cryogenesis went, these were just bad flash glitch cards. And then we just had just meh cards. None of these budget cards are that good. Terry Dishinger was good, I guess. That's it. Bosch was alright. But Dishinger is really it. None of these other guys were good. Jimmy was meh for his time. He couldn't even hold range extender. And if we're being honest, I'm putting iced out and iced out cryogenesis or iced out, whichever one. I'm gonna actually put in why did 2K think this is a good idea, because it was literally just flash cryogenesis, which is another name for glitched. These were just bad flashbacks. Like, just give us flashbacks. Like, there's no point calling them iced out and calling these cryogenesis cards when they're literally just bad flashbacks. Why did 2K think this is a good idea? Next up is Dunktober. So for Dunktober, we had Kareem, we had Vince, we had Dunktober, Jokic, Kobe. Dirk sucked, but like Josh Smith for like the mid-tier players, Josh Smith was him. Like Donovan Mitchell was him for mid-tier guys. Lou Dort was pretty decent. Gary Harris was a beast. Wendell Carter Jr. was okay. Like Gary Harris evoed up. We can't forget that. Josh Giddey was really solid. Unbeatable Jacob knows all about Josh Giddey. In the very first week of 2K quals, Unbeatable Jacob went and like beat a 2K league guy and then lost to a guy running Josh Giddey. But yeah, like with Josh Smith, with Donovan Mitchell, this camera for 800 coins was a beast. Gary Harris was so good. I made so much MT off Gary Harris. I'm going to put Dunktober in great. I don't think it's top heavy. I don't think it's a budget. I don't think it was game changing either. I think it's going to be one of the high in greats. As far as game changing goes, Beast is 1, Colossal's 2. I'm going to go, as far as top heavy goes, I'm going to put Bracket Busters the best of this set, followed by Alter Ego, and then yeah, we're good with that. So now, lads, the infamous set. The infamous end game set. The infamous end games. Why did 2K think this was a good idea? Don't even get me started on end games. Don't even get me started on end games. Then we got fan favorites. Fan favorites was, this is the worst fan favorites you've ever had. Other than like the hype of Dunktober Yo, which KD was okay. Kristaps was okay. Kazi was pretty good. Kazi was a really good budget option. Thon was like 150k. Caruso was alright. And then Winslow and Sim were okay budget options. Like as far as fan favorites goes, I'm going to have to put it in bad. I don't think it's even budget heavy. I think there's one good card and it's Kazi Russell. Like one relevant card and it's Kazi Russell. Like I genuinely don't think that this belongs any higher than bad. So then we got Fearless. Fearless was a really good set because these pink dimes were all good. Bowen sucked. Mike Miller was solid. Danny Ferry was a beast. Baron Davis was really nice. Jalen Green was good. And Joe Johnson was really, really nice for his price. So I'm going to put it in. Do I put Fearless? I think for its time, because they come with 3 Invincibles as well, I'm going to put Fearless in great. I think Fearless for its time was genuinely really, really good batch cards. And a lot of people were out there running Fearless cards. Flash 1. Dikembe Mutombo. You guys might just not see the glitch card. So it was Dikembe Mutombo, Duncan Robinson, and Darius Miles with 3 glitch cards. So of these cards right here, we had one of the best cheap power forwards in the game. We had one of the best point guards in the game, the best lock in the game, and probably the best point guard in the game in Derrick Rose. Followed by a game-changing center, the best shooter in the game in Duncan Robinson, and also like a game-changing budget small forward in Darius Miles. So you cannot put Flash 1. Where's Flash? Flash 1. You cannot not put Flash 1 in game changing, because especially with Mutombo and stuff, and the top of game changing. Flash 1 was a game changing set. So there were 5 Flash sets. We're going to quickly go through all the other ones. So Flash 2 was Anthony Davis, Dominique Wilkins, Jay Crowder, and Tyrese Halliburton. But on that same day, we did also get Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, and a free James Harden, which was part of the set. So I think Flash 2 belongs in... I'm going to put Flash 2 in great. I don't think it was quite game changing, but I'm going to put it in great. Then Flash 3 was David Robinson, John Havlicek, Glenn Rice, Ha-Sung Jin. But on this same day, we also did end up getting Klay Thompson and Trae Young and Eric Snow, which was insane. So I'm actually going to put Flash 3. I think Flashes have been insane this year. I'm going to put Flash 3 in game changing. I'm going to put it above Colossal, behind Beasts, and there. And with this Flash 2 at the highest of great as well. Flash packs really were good this year. They've been really good this year. As well as Flash 4, we're going to go, we have Penny Hardaway, Clyde Drexler. Mikal Bridges was a freaking beast. Penny, especially as Penny was like 30k. And if you look at the glitch players, it was Wall, George, Mikan. I have to put this in high great as well. It's not even going to be Dunktober great, but it's going to be like below Dunktober between these flashes. But the issue was that Flash 5 is awful. It's awful. So you've got Joel Embiid, Lamar Odom, Tony Kukoc, Michael Jordan, like not the worst in the world. Like if you look at the glitch cards, it's like Chris Paul. It's like Chris Paul, Lynn, and Lou Williams. Like first 4 flashes in the top 2, and this one's just gone straight into bad. This one was bad. So then we have got Galactic. Galactic is an interesting set because Galactic, we got Taco, we got Hito, we got Bobby Jones, we got like Tubby Walker, we got him Jones, Ray Allen, Marbury. I think this was a top heavy set. As good as some of these pink diamonds were, like the only one, like Jawan and Chalmers were alright. I didn't really like the opals. Hito was still at 50, 60k. For me, it's going to go top heavy. A lot of really good cards like Taco, but I don't really feel the budget. Gamma now. So Bobo, Thonmaker, Mobamba, McHale, Pokashevsky, Gerald Wallace. For me, this is the first set. Like, the best player in the set for me is Gerald Wallace. Pokashevsky was a beast. Derek Fisher was a beast. I thought Franz Wagner was really, really nice. So for me, like, this is the first one's going into budget heavy. Because I don't think the guys at the top were great. I don't like Thonmaker, don't like Bobo. So for me, this one has to go into budget heavy. So then we got Flash Glitch, which came out April the 29th. So Flash Glitch got us Herder. It got us Larry Sanders. Those two, and then Sigma and D'Lo as our budget players. We got Yao Ming, Ben Simmons as well. Ooh. Now this might go lowest of game changing. Or top of great. I think because of Simmons and Yao, I gotta put it in game changing. I gotta put it in game changing. And especially because that day was the day Dirk came out. So I gotta put that in game changing. Not gonna lie, I think I have to. For these Hunt for Glory ones, I'm just gonna go over all of them as a total. Because I think I've done that with a lot of like my midweek ones. So the camouflage really wasn't good. Cheetah was like meh at best. Cold-blooded, not great. Like Lunar New Year, meh. And then Soaring was pretty nice. Like Soaring was decent. Like Mitchell was good. Birdman was good. And Bledsoe was good. I think Soaring was the first one. Like, yeah, like Soaring was the first one. It was probably the best of them all. So as far as Hunt for Glory cards, I'm going to just put them in bad. Like, it doesn't matter which Hunt for Glory you guys think were good. I'm not going to rate them all because they were freaking Tuesday drops. I think the Hunt for Glory I'm just going to put in bad because I really didn't think it was very good. Okay, so next is the Invincible promo. And I just think, you know what, I actually do like Invincibles. I like Invincibles because the players keep their own animations. They keep their own stats. The only issue with it this year was like, they just gave every card an Invincible. Like, I actually just think once Invincible's an endgames card coming out, the game gets boring because there's lack of variety because every card is 99 every stat. And this is the first year where like we really saw, like last year we saw Invincibles at like 60k. We saw Invincibles like very, very seldomly till like July. But this year we saw so many. I'm just gonna put Invincible in bags. I don't like the concept. So next we got Level Up, which was an interesting one. So Level Up, you had Chuck Nevy, you had JT Thor. Quinn Richardson sucked. Al Harrington kind of sucked. Kevin Porter Jr. and Derek Anderson were really, really good. Simmons was good. Thurl was a freaking beast. Thurl single-handedly brought down the price of opals because people were evoing Thurl to an opal. Paul George is good. Irina sucked. Wilt was okay. I'm going to put Level Up in, I don't know, budget heavy. I think like some people had a lot of success with Wilt. I feel like not a lot of people use Paul George, but I feel like Thurl Bailey was like the most used card and the most liked card in this entire set. I think people love the Kevin Porter Juniors. I'm gonna put this in budget heavy. So for limited edition 1, we had all of these cards, and obviously we had the limited edition inserts, which were like Zion, not even Tatum. It was like Zion, Arenas. I don't even remember who the ones were. So it was Arenas and Embiid, and then we got a Zion, a Westbrook, a Paul Pierce. The only card that was relevant out of all of these right here, in my opinion, is Jalen Suggs. That's it. It's Jalen Suggs. This is a straight up limited edition 1. Bad. Bad. It was guaranteed pink diamonds. Got people hyped. This set was bad. Limited edition 2 had Paul George, Bam Adebayo, Kevin McHale, Corver. It had Sadiq Bey, Herder, who were like the two most relevant cards. Matisse Thybulle was a beast. And then as far as the inserts go, you got Tatum, you got Sean Kemp. You had Gasol, you had Marion, you had Arvydas Sabonis, which were not bad inserts. I'm going to go for limited edition 2. I'm going to go budget heavy because like nobody really used those inserts. But for me, I also said Weber was a freaking god. Was Weber in insert 1? I think Weber was in limited edition 1. He was really good. But for limited edition 2, I do feel that it was very much budget heavy. that like the cards people remember, like the Tybals, the Herders, and those guys were budget cards, and I do feel like they genuinely belong in like the budget type of this list. Limited edition 3, so you were able to pick your Galaxy Opal. And the annoying thing was that there was no good... We actually had some good budget cards. RJ Hammond was a beast. Fultz was a beast. Lewis, Odin, Aldridge were really good cards. The only issue is that like 2K released no point guards for months. And people are still to this day using Penny Hardaway. Like Gary Payton was being used by people up until this day. No good point guards for months. And then 2K went and released the 4 best point guards in the game on the one day. Literally. The 4 best on the one day. And because it literally became a case of use a limited edition 3 point guard or you're going to be screwed, I have to put him in game changing. I genuinely have to put it in game changing. I wish I didn't, but I'd have to. Limited edition 4 though. Some pretty okay Dark Matters. Like Mourning wasn't great. Glenn Robinson wasn't great as well. Posey was alright. Billy Owens was alright. Arzon was alright. I'm just going to put it straight. I know it was the first guaranteed Dark Matter. It wasn't even budget heavy. I'm just going to put it in bad. Like, there was just no... It was the least hype we'd ever seen. It was a guaranteed Dark Matter and there was still no hype. You know what set's bad when you've done that. You put a guaranteed Dark Matter in the game for the first time and there's no hype. So now the iconic maxed out, the worst set we have ever seen. So it's not even that all these cards sucked. Aaron Gordon and Wiggins were okay. The issue with the maxed out set was basically that it was giving people 99s and stats that were already getting 99. So FIFA did this like level up thing. That really wasn't good either. But it was like... It gave people like 99 passing, which was all their passing stats, or 99 speed, which was 99 speed stat. This was one individual stat. So we had 99 post control Tim Duncan. Post control doesn't do anything. We had 99 3-point Ray Allen. Ray Allen's cards every year at Christmas get 99 3-pointers. We had 99 Dunk Gordon and 99 Dunk Wiggins. We already had versions of these guys with like 97 dunks. We had a 99 free throw JJ Redick, who will never get to the free throw line. A 99 pass White Chalk, who already had like 99 passing and stuff. We had a 99 post-up Kareem, when I'm pretty sure he had like 95 or something on his regular card. And as the biggest joke of all, 99 pass perception Alex Caruso. In what was just hilarious. What was hilarious, the 99 pass perception Caruso. So maxed out 1 is going into the wide 2K. I think this is a good idea. And it's so bad that it's going below endgame. It's so bad, it's going below endgame, lads. That is how much I hated maxed out. It's going below endgame. Maxed out 2, on the other hand, a beast of a Ewing card. Terrible rubies. Like, Tristan Thompson was terrible. A really, really good Duncan Robinson card. A okay Robert Pat card. Really good Jalen and Gerald Green. A really good Cam Reddish card that you guys can't see on screen. A really good RJ Barrett. That card was 15k, the cheapest open in the game, and he was really good. And then, obviously, Ewing was a beast. I'm going to put this in great. Maxed out 2 is going straight up into great. Great for budget players, great for everybody. I'm not going to say it was a game-changing set because it wasn't, but it was a really good set. April the 1st, the Metamorphosis set, lads. So this is a set that I have fond memories of because it was the last set before I tore my Achilles. Yeah, it is a bit of a fun one. But Trey Murphy was a beast. We had Rudy Fernandez, who was a beast. Brandon Jennings was really good for budget players. Eddie freaking Curry. Chauncey Billups was a god on current gen. Manu and Oscar Robertson, 30k each, are both insane. Scotty Barnes, a beast, and Zion Williamson was straight up one of the best cards in the game, period. I'm going to put it in great. I'm going to put it in great because I don't quite think that there was any like one card that completely defined, that was game defining in the set. There was a lot of really good cards, but I'm putting it at the very top of great. I'm putting maxed out 2 ahead of Fearless. I'm going to move Fearless into... Fearless had some good budget cards though. I'm going to put Fearless in budget heavy because I know like Joe Johnson stuff were good. I'm going to put Fearless. No, Fearless is going to go in the great because it had 3 Invincibles when Invincibles are rare. Mystic. Now, Mystic. Two God tier Sapphires. OJ Mayo. The Big Wong. DeJounte was a beast. Eddie Jones was a beast. Drazen first half limitless range player. Yeah, these guys weren't the best. These top tier guys. I didn't rate Tracy McGrady or Giannis that highly, but Harden was a freaking beast as well. And a lot of you really did like this Giannis, especially because it did come 75th. I'm going to put Mystic in Game Changing. I'm actually going to put lowest of Game Changing. We're going to put it in Game Changing. Like, absolutely insane set. MyTEAM Anniversary, though. Like, come on. It just wasn't. It just wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't what we expected. It wasn't what we thought we were going to get. And I'm being completely honest here. Like, even the reward 3 days later, trolling is all guaranteed endgame packs. Like, MyTEAM Anniversary, why did 2K think this was a good idea? It was just horribly executed. The NBA 75th set, cards we already, almost entirely cards we already had. We got almost none of them through all of season. We got a bunch of them through season 3. Then in season 4, we got like 10 total, which was mad. And in season 5, they gave us a whole bunch of them in one go. I think, good idea, but horrible execution. I'm going to put it in bad. I like the idea, executed terribly. NBA Primetime. So this was season 2 Primetime, like part of season 1, but like mostly season 2. Had a good idea. And like it was good. I really liked it for Tuesday packs. Because some of these, like if the player scored a certain amount of points, they got an Evo. They linked it a little bit with NBA 75th. We got some. I'm gonna put this in budget heavy because like all the good cards I can think about this are budget cards. I don't think there were many like really just top tier cards in NBA Primetime, so I'm gonna put it in budget heavy. So New Year's resolution. Wade was a beast. Luka Doncic, we only realized later on, was a beast. But for me, like the most iconic cards in this set were like Buddy. I felt like Boozer was a freaking beast. People don't remember. Joe Caldwell was a beast. Westbrook was okay. Kevin Love was good. Dwayne Wade was good. I thought Shaq was Shaq. I don't want to put this in bad. It wasn't game changing. It wasn't great. I don't want to put it in bad either. So I'm gonna put it in budget heavy because they did have some insanely good budget cards. I wish I could put this in like one of the good sets, but like if I had a set that I just called okay, it would go into the okay set. It's the best of the budget heavy card sets. But I'm going to put in budget heavy. So then we got next packs. Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, Keegan Murray. Like all of these cards. Mark Williams. The next, because again, prior next packs, Opals were, or Dark Matters were like 25k. Like 25k. Next packs come out, Dark Matters are 8k. Next is going to go, it was too late in the year to put above. I'm going to put below Flash 3 and above Colossal. I'll put it right here. I'm going to put it in game changing. I'll put it right in the middle of game changing. I think it changed how we looked at Dark Matter. It changed the fact that everyone, if they wanted to get a full Dark Matter squad, it belonged without question there. So now we've got the Origin set. Lonzo Ball, DeMarcus Cousins. You've got Larry Nance was the lowest. So this is the first time we saw Opals as the lowest tier in my team. So this is the first set after Gamma. We got Juancho Hernan Gomez, who a lot of people like. We got DeRozan, who was basically Tracy McGrady. Lonzo kind of sucked. DeMarcus Cousins kind of sucked. These 99 overall cards were not it in this set. I'm going to be completely honest. They were all cheap as well because there were Invincibles that came out in this set. As far as budget cards went, like Surge was okay. Larry Nance was all right, but he was on the boards and vaults. I think for its time, I'm going to have to put it in bad. I think Origin has to go in bad for its time. And I feel bad about putting it there, but I think for its time, it has to go into bad. Out of position. Oh, lads. Point guard, freaking Sabonis, who is still the best Ruby center in the game to this day. Penny Hardaway, Kukoc, Evan Mobley, Jimmy Butler, Ben Wallace, Jordan, freaking Davis, DeRozan. Obviously, all these other guys came out a little bit later, but I still think for its time, it's one of the lower ones in game changing. I'll put it above Flash Glitch, and I'm good because of Jordan and stuff. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it above next as well. I'll put it right here. Out of position 1 was a complete game changer as far as sets went. So Power Within, and I'm gonna focus on this day of Power Within, by the way. Just the cards that were in this set, not just the general Power Within. So be like Shaq, Kawhi Leonard, Thomas Bryant, these kind of Ruby or Amethyst guys. Scottie Pippen was in that set. I really think the first day of Power Within was like Scottie, Kawhi. That was really it. Because like Power was pretty good. The budget cards like Lance was good, not unbelievable. Bongo was really good. I'm going to put in great. Put that first day of season 1. Season 5 Power Within. It belongs near the top of great. It's really, really good. Then we got the original Primetime. So as far as the original Primetime went, a lot of these Sapphires were good. As far as the budget guys, like Landry Fields, everyone ran him for a while. Everyone was running like Amethyst Jimmy Butler. People were running Gerald Wallace. People were running their Drew Holidays. I thought as far as Tuesday packs went, they were a lot better than what we had seen previously. I'm going to put them in... I'm going to put Primetime. As far as Tuesday packs went, they were the best Tuesday packs we've seen up until Season 6. Season 6 was a different ball game, but I'm going to say Primetime, great. I'm going to put Primetime, great. Sunday Hero set, it was just like worse versions of Invincible cards, and I'm actually going to put that in great because you got a really good lock-in reward for Will Chamberlain. You got a lot of really good cards. Obviously, there were cards we basically already had, slightly worse versions of their Invincibles, but it was cool. It meant we could get mostly somewhat affordable versions of the players, of the best players ever. So great, honestly great. Not game changing, but great. Season 8 now. So I actually these are my favorite. Like, these were my favorite part of Season 8. They were, you could get them for free. There was a lot of good fun cards here. Like, you can't say Hero wasn't fun. You can't say Terrence Ross wasn't fun. You can't say MPJ wasn't fun. Ralph Sampson wasn't fun. I'm putting Season 8 in great. Obviously, was not game-changing. It's on the lower end of great. Return of Heroes probably on the higher end of great. But I'm actually going to put... People might call me crazy, but I'm actually going to put Season 8, specific Season 8 cards in great. Then Swish. Swish, swish, swish. The best Tuesday packs. These were more hyped than Friday packs. That's the crazy thing. These Swish packs, people got more excited for these because we were seeing out of position cards. We were seeing glitch cards. We were seeing... hero cards. We were seeing equal chance packs. These were more hyped than freaking Friday packs most of the time in Season 7. Swish is going into game changing. It was the greatest Tuesday packs we have ever seen. Swish was insane, lads. So we actually got 6 Signature Series this year. Signature Series 1, like Terrence Ross was in there. I can't even remember who it was. Like freaking Bird was the lock-in. No good budget cards. I didn't even think there was good top tier cards. Bad. Signature Series 1 straight into... I put Signature Series 3 into there. Signature Series 1 straight into bad. It was bad. Signature Series 2, Steph Curry, Aldridge, Juwan Howard kind of sucked. Mason wasn't good. Bruce Bowen wasn't good. Sure, Dwight was alright. Steph was meh. Jaylen Brown was alright. Signature Series 2 joining Signature Series 1 in bad. Signature Series 3, Kobe was really nice. Pierce wasn't good. Gerald Green wasn't good. You know, Jarvis Hayes was probably the best budget player in this set. Jennings moved. Like, Brandon Jennings literally moved like a big man. Crawford wasn't good. Draymond was good. Literally, Draymond, Jarvis, and Kobe were the only decent cards in the set. This was bad. This was bad. Signature Series 4, finally. Finally a Signature Series set that doesn't get put straight in the bad. Bargnani was a really decent budget center. Diaw was a great budget player. Freaking Bradley was an insanely good budget option, and he also came with a dynamic duo, which made him an even more of a beast. PJ Tucker finally got his promo card for the first time since 2K18. Joe Johnson was one of the best 2 guys in the game. The only thing is he had a stamina issue. Klay Thompson, a beast. Kevin Durant, a beast. Kyrie Irving was solid for Kyrie, and Serge Ibaka was a damn beast as well. Not a game-defining set, but somewhere in like the middle of great is where this set goes to start Season 4. Really, really good. Signature Series 5, however. No, like, none of these other cards were that great. Hito was alright, because they gave Hito a new jump shot. Dinwiddie was okay. Dinwiddie had a power within card. He was alright. These 3 cards are all that matters. Rudy Gay, David Robinson, and Luka Doncic. The best 2 cards in the game, and Rudy Gay was a freaking beast as well. Signature Series 5, because of Luka Doncic, it's the top of game changing. It is the top of the game-changing sets, is Signature Series 5. Signature Series 6 was really, really nice as well. So obviously LeBron or Yao Ming wasn't in that. But like, we got Mitchell, who was a budget beast. Kuzma was a budget beast. Baddie, a budget beast. Like, all of these budget cards, Boban were beasts. Wilt was good. Don't get me wrong, Wilt was good. LaMelo Ball was good. The best thing that came out in this entire day, though, was Richard Jefferson. The best card that came out on the 13th of May was Richard Jefferson. Obviously, Scotty was in this as well. Amare was a pretty decent card. I'm going to put Signature Series 6 in budget heavy, but it's going to go top of budget heavy. Because I do think the budget cards are really what people are going to be hyped about. But I do think, especially the free card that came out that day, Richard Jefferson was the best of it all. I'm going to go budget heavy though for this. That's where I believe it was. So then we've got Supernova. Like, we got one good card in Supernova. We got one. And I repeat, one good card in Supernova. We got Denny Avdia. This Harden was not good. This Magic was not good. This AK was not very good. This Marion was not good till his Evo. Wes was 6'7". Dio and Kuminga were meh. We got one good card and it's Denny Avdia. And you can't even say it's budget heavy because we got like Iverson, Shannon Brown, and Shump was meh. I don't even think this is budget heavy. I'm putting it's the top of bad. It is definitely going the top of bad, but it's going bad. No, Denny just keeps it at bottom of budget heavy. Denny keeps it at the bottom of the budget heavy, but it's got to go somewhere. Then we got Takeoff. So, the actual cards in Takeoff weren't very good, But the equal chance packs were so nice that it was still the second best Tuesday drop of the year. Like, guys like Jermaine O'Neal were good. Dino was okay. These guys were pretty nice, these Dark Matters. Pink Diamonds were pretty good. Some of the most expensive diamonds in the game, but like they were pretty good, these cards. So for Takeoff, I'm going to have to put Takeoff at like bottom of great. Because I can't put it in top heavy or budget heavy because there was literally no budget cards in it and it wasn't top heavy. I'm going to put the lowest of great because I'm definitely not putting it in bad because of equal chance. 'Tis the season. So I didn't like this LeBron. I didn't like this Curry. But the best player in this set for me was Kawhi Leonard. And then Rudy Gay was the next best in the set. And then as far as budget players went, we didn't get any good budget players either. This would go if there was a... I think the budget players were so bad. Like, Scotty was the only decent one. Jordan wasn't good. Dave West wasn't good. None of the Amethysts were good. Well, Mobley was alright. I'm going to put Tis the Season top heavy. Because I do think that what people remember Tis the Season for is the higher overall cards. Not even more so than anything else. They only remember the higher overall cards. Mobley is like the one exception. Scotty was alright. I'm not going to... It doesn't belong in great. I'm going to put it in top heavy. So then we got Unfazed. So we got Rudy Gay, Jonathan Isaac, Lance Stevenson. But we also got Eddie Jones, Peja Stojakovic, Popeye the Chicken Man. We got freaking Roy Hibbert, Drazen Petrovic. Like, Fry kind of sucked. Walter Davis wasn't even that bad. But this was a nice little set. So all of these guys, none of these guys were expensive except for Rudy Gay. None of these guys were over 100k. And almost all these guys were under 25k. Within about... Actually, no, sorry. These were like 40. Lance like 40k. Because that's what Opal or Dark Minds were at that stage. Like Eddie Jones like 10k. Drazen was 10k. I'm going to put it in budget. It is a budget heavy set. It is definitely a budget heavy set. Like Rudy Gay was great. I'm not going to put it in great. I'm not going to say top heavy because of how great the budget cards were. But it's going like top of budget heavy because of how good the budget cards were here. And last up, we've got Zero Gravity. And I love this set, man. I love this set. Levine was a beast. Paul George was good. Was really good. Blake was a damn beast for his time. David Thompson was like one of the best. He was like a cheap Dwayne Wade. Jaylen Brown was insane. Like we got Jaylen Brown, Jason Richardson were 15k. So we're both insane. Josh Smith, insane. Aaron Gordon, insane. Sure, the like amethysts weren't good. Sure, the diamonds weren't very good because Kobe still had release time than normal. Josh, doesn't matter when Josh Smith is and Aaron Gordon are 3 count each. And all the... You have less than 10k Opal for his time. Great. And it's going like high grade. It's not going highest of great. It's going high grade. Really, really good. So yeah, that's it. That is the list. So we started off with our why did 2K think this was a good idea in like Cryogenesis, which is Arena and Flash. Endgame, which sucked, maxed out on Anniversary. Then we've got Bad. We've got our budget heavy promos. We got our top heavy. And then we got a bunch of them at Game Changing. Let me know which you guys agree with, which you guys disagree with. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.